Are you looking to purchase a new home, but hear the process is very complicated and takes forever? Welcome back. My name is Blake Alewelt, owner of the Bravo Ridge Group here at eXp Realty, and in this video, we'll be going the 8 steps to buying your next home. Stay tuned to the end as I'll be giving you a bonus tip that could save you thousands. Number 1, begin the process. Beginning the home buying process is very simple. Before you begin looking at homes, a mortgage pre-approval is a must. From there, you will need to create a budget and figure out how much money per month you are comfortable spending. While you're working on your budget, please factor in the following expenses. You'll have to have your mortgage payment, property taxes, insurance, utilities, and in a few communities, HOA fees. Your down payment can range from 0% for a USDA and VA loan to 20% for a conforming loan without mortgage insurance. Fannie Mae now offers a 3% down payment loan, and FHA offers a 3.5% down payment loan. Now, everyone always prepares for their down payment as it's normally the largest expense, but something you'll need to be prepared for is closing costs or prepaid items. Closing costs do vary. They usually are between 3 and 5% of the total purchase price of the home. In some cases, I might be able to negotiate with the seller covering up to 3% of the closing costs and prepaid items for you. Just keep in the back of your mind that you'll need a down payment and these closing costs to be able to close on the property. Number 2, get a mortgage pre-approval. A mortgage pre-approval is the first serious step to buying a home. Unless you are paying cash for the entire amount of the property, you're going to need a loan. This is something I can help you with. Finding a lender, a credit union, or a mortgage broker with your best interests in mind. I always recommend getting multiple quotes to get the best rate. In today's market, most sellers require a mortgage pre-approval when an offer is submitted to show how serious the buyer is about their offer. Some sellers even require it before they will approve a showing request for their home. If, for some reason, the seller does not require a pre-approval, having one will give you strength when negotiating and confidence when you submit an offer. In general, there's no charge to get a pre-approval. A mortgage pre-approval will give you a good idea of how much a mortgage loan that you qualify for. That does not mean you should go and find a home at the top range of what you can afford. It just means it is what you can qualify for. The pre-approval, along with your budget and what you are comfortable spending each month, should dictate the price range of the homes that you will be searching for. Be sure to discuss your mortgage options with your mortgage professional. There are a lot of different mortgage options and products available, like adjustable rate, fixed rate, and interest-only mortgages. Unless you are an investor or only planning on to be in this property for a short time, a fixed rate loan is probably your safest bet. With higher mortgage rates causing many people to possibly lose their homes with rates increasing faster than ever before, in my opinion, adjustable rate mortgages are a thing of the past. There are many different mortgage lengths that you can choose from: 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, even 40 years. Find the one that is the right for you, your goals, and your budget. Choose the lender or mortgage broker that you feel most comfortable working with, as you will be dealing with that person a lot. And by the time that you are finished, you will feel like they know just as much about you as your doctor does. And once you start thinking about purchasing a home, here are the 10 real estate mortgage rules to follow. You're going to want to write these down as they were vital to get you through closing. Do not change jobs, become self-employed, or quit your job. Do not buy a car, truck, or van, and if you do, I hope you like it, because you'll be living in it. Do not use charge cards excessively or let your accounts fall behind, and try to keep balances under 50% of the available credit. Do not spend money that you have set aside for closing, and do not omit debts or liabilities from your loan application. Do not buy any furniture, appliances, or any other expensive items. Do not originate any inquiries into your credit, so don't apply for that car loan. Don't make any large deposits without first checking with your loan officer. You will need a paper trail showing the money. Do not change bank accounts, and do not co-sign for a loan with anyone. Try to keep your debt low and your available credit high with no new inquiries. Number 3, choose your location. I'm guessing that because you're watching this video, you are probably looking at the Des Moines, Iowa area. Finding the right area and community is an essential ingredient into finding the right home for you. Think about the commute to your work, local schools, your daily activities, and the things you would like to be near and do. Whether you want the best schools, access to bike trails, or amusement parks, there's a neighborhood for everyone. Choose a location that will enrich your daily life and provide you and your family with the things you care about most. If there's a particular area or neighborhood in the Des Moines Metro that you are interested in, please let me know. I'd be happy to provide you with a neighborhood report for that area. Number 4, find a realtor and begin the search. Create a wish list of the things that you want in your next home. The wish list can include a particular number of bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, how many garage spaces, if you want a pool. You could focus on specific features you can't live without, like an outdoor kitchen, the pool, walk-in closets, granite countertops. To help you with this, you can use my free search tool on my website at www.bravoridge.com to start gathering a list of homes that match your criteria. An excellent realtor will know the home values, amenities, builders, schools, etc. So remember, as a buyer, hiring a realtor to represent you usually does not cost you any money out of pocket. The buyer's agent is usually paid for by the seller agent's commission at closing. One question I get asked all the time is, can I use a realtor if I am purchasing new construction? The answer is, not only can you, but you absolutely should. Remember that the agent on site at the builder's model works for and represents the builder. You must have qualified representation as well. Number 5, view the property. Once you've narrowed down your list to a few favorites, we will visit each property together. I try to limit the home showings to around 6 homes on any given day. There are, of course, some exceptions. Any more than that starts to get confusing as one house tends to run into another. My team and I will print out copies of the MLS listings for you so you can have relevant information at your fingertips when viewing these homes. Take notes on your copy to help recall what you liked and did not like about each house. If you prefer house B over house A, move house B to the top of the pile and house A to the bottom. While touring the home, give each room a good walkthrough and imagine yourself living there. Sometimes you may need a little vision, but don't get discouraged or sidetracked by simple items that you can easily change, like wall color, appliances, carpeting, or landscaping. Once you have found your dream home, get ready for the next step and make an offer. I cannot stress this enough. Once you find the home of your dreams, move fast because the home that may go under contract super quick. Which brings us to number 6, make the offer. Once you've chosen a property, you'll need to make an offer. If you're not using me, your realtor should do comps of the area and guide you on an offer price that you are comfortable with. There will probably be some negotiation back and forth on the price. Negotiations are typical, and for me, one of the most fun parts about the buying process. Do not make a lowball offer on the house you want. If you do, you run the risk of insulting the seller and losing the home forever. Remember, this may have been the seller's dream home at one point and the home they raised their family in. They're probably looking for someone that will care for the home the same way they did. Making the offer and the subsequent negotiation, in my opinion, is a science. Once you and the seller have agreed on a price and both buyers and sellers have fully signed and initialed the offer, you now have a legal and binding executed contract. You'll need to make an earnest money deposit or EMD, which will then go into escrow. In the Des Moines, Iowa area, the earnest money deposit is generally in the $1,000 to $10,000 range, depending on the purchase price of the home. One thing to keep in mind is the higher your deposit, the stronger the offer. The more serious the seller will view this offer. The deposit serves as a sign of good faith to the seller that you are serious about purchasing this property. Most of the time, your earnest money deposit will be held by the seller's broker or a third party. Number 7, preparing to close. The last steps before closing involve an appraisal, home inspections, title search, termite inspection, and a survey if necessary. If not paying cash, you will now be waiting on your financing to get finalized. The mortgage financing approval period typically takes anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks to complete. During this financing process, be prepared to prove your finances multiple times. At a minimum, you'll need the last 2 years of your tax returns, 2 months of bank statements, and generally your most recent 2 pay stubs. And keep in mind, the lender will probably call your employer to check your current employment status right before closing. Once the underwriting of your loan is complete and the lender feels you are qualified, they will give you what's called the clear to close. Each title company closes a little differently, so they will provide your realtor instructions on what they will need for you to close. You will need to prove your identity and in most cases, have funds wired to the title company in advance. The day before closing, after the seller completely moved out of the house, you and your realtor will want to do a final walkthrough of the home. This walkthrough is to make sure the home is left as per contract. You want to verify that all the appliances that are supposed to remain have been left in the home. all personal property has been removed, the home is clean, and that there is no damage done to the home in the move-out process. Which brings us to number 8, closing. Finally, the closing day is here. 72 business hours after you receive the clear to close, you can close on the property. Usually the day before closing, you will wire any funds that you will need to close to the title company. On closing day, you'll sign contracts to finalize the mortgage, pay the seller, and pay closing costs. The property title will be transferred to you and you can move into your new home. In Iowa, you will get the keys to your new home at the closing table. And for those of you that waited around to the end, here's the bonus tip. If this is your primary residence, remember to go to your local county to apply for any homestead property tax credits or exemptions. There could be thousands there. And there you have it, 8 steps to the home buyer process. If there's anything you'd like to know more about buying a home, please feel free to reach out to me directly or leave it down in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe as we'll be releasing a lot more content in the near future. I look forward to hearing from you.